Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello students, how are you all? Okay, today we are starting with the topic support and movement. Whenever we talk about this support and movement, just for a minute, think your body without bones. Yes. Just think for a minute that there are no bones, there are no hard bones present inside the body, and how your body will look like. It will simply look like a piece of flesh. So, what are the things which are present inside our body which is giving us a proper shape, structure, rigidity, and even it is you can say helping us to move. Whenever we talk about this, just for a minute, feel the hard bones inside your body. Yes, our whole body is having a framework of bones. You can just, if we just remove the flesh portion, your whole body is made up of a framework of bone, and these specialized bones are supposed to protect all the vital organs inside our body. So first I can introduce the different parts which are present here. If we just talk about this portion is called skull. Skull include all the, you can say, all the, you can say, organs like delicate organs. Brain is present here. Brain is, you can say, protecting here inside the skull. Then your there are the different kind of the facial bones are present here. Come to this place here. This place we call it the chest cavity. The other name for the chest cavity is the sternum. What is the other name for the chest cavity? It's a sternum. Then here it's a main at the back side of this. If you can just observe it, it is called the vertebral column. This one bone we call it pelvic girdle. It's a pelvic bone. In the simple words we can say it's a hip bone. Now next to the hip bone we are having this longest bone inside the body. This is a thigh bone. The other name for the thigh bone is the femur. Then in the same way the lower legs bone, and then it's a bones that are present inside the feet. Okay, now come toward the, you can say, function of the skeleton. Skeleton is providing many important, or skeleton is you can say providing many important functions inside our body, such as it is giving us the protection. Again I am saying it is protecting the vital organs inside our body, like the skull, this cranium, this portion we call it the skull or the cranium. This cranium is protecting the brain. Here it's a chest cavity, we are saying it the sternum. Sternum is supposed to protect your two delicate organs. One is the heart, other is the lungs. And third thing which it is you can say this skeleton is providing us, it is giving us, it is you can say helping us in the support and in the movement. So without skeleton even we are unable to move as a whole from the one place to another place. Okay, today we will talk about that. If we talk about the support and the movement, first thing is a framework of bones. The first important thing is the framework of bones. So I have just given a brief introduction about the bones, what they are, you can say what are their specific names and all that. Second important thing is the cartilage. Cartilage is the, you can say, it's not as harder as the bone, but still they are made up of the special type of the tissues that we call the chondrocytes. These chondrocytes, like you can hold your ear here, you can just feel a delicate, not that much hard or the stiff part. We call this ear flap. It is made up of cartilage. Okay, cartilage. There are three types of cartilage. Hyaline cartilage, in particularly present inside this flap of a nose. and present inside the, you can say, larynx, trachea, bronchi. These all are the parts of the breathing system. Okay, second type of the cartilage is the elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage is present inside the inner ear pinna, and it's a flap of tissues that is above the epiglottis. Third type of the cartilage is a fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage is present, if just have a look at this vertebral column, between the two discs. It's a hollow place. This hollow place is having a flap of tissues that are made up of fibrous cartilage. And what is the function of it? It is, you can say, allowing the movement of this vertebral disc in a smoother way. Okay. Bones. Whenever we talk about the bones, we know that bones are the hardest material. They are made up of the connective tissues. Whenever we talk about the bones, bones are not only helping in the movement or the support, but even they are protecting many vital organs of the body. So from the outer side, the bones are very hard material, very tough material, and we can say it compact bone. But from the inner side, the bone first good idea, the bone is hollow from the inner side, and it's having us, you can say, soft and porous from the inner side, and we call it spongy bone. And bones are made up of a specialized types of the cells called osteocytes. Now on the basis of that, there are the two basic components of the skeletal, human skeleton or the skeletal system. First is the, you can say, axial skeleton, and the second is the appendicular skeleton. If we talk about the axial skeleton, this skull, this portion of the chest plus this vertebral column, it's coming in the axial skeleton, and almost 80 bones are present in the axial skeleton. Sorry, I just forget to tell you people that an adult human body is made up of 206 bones. When a baby is born, the baby born with the 300 bones, but as the baby bones grow with the passage of the time, these smaller bones fuse together, merge together, and convert into the longest bone, and an adult human is having its bones. Almost 80 bones are present in the appendicular skeleton. If we talk about the appendicular skeleton, it's include the other portions called, all the parts of the skeleton which are highlighted in the blue color in the first picture is a part of the axial skeleton, while all the parts which are highlighted in the blue color in the second picture are the parts that are present in the appendicular skeleton. So I guess the idea become very clear to you all. Now have a look of the appendicular skeleton. So if we talk about the appendicular skeleton, the appendicular skeleton is composed of 126 bones, including this shoulder girdle, upper arm, lower arm, hands. In the same way, pelvic girdle, thigh bone, the lower leg bones, and the bones which are present in the feet. And one very interesting fact is that only 54 bones are present in the hands, both hands, and same the 54 bones are present in the feet. So these things are making the component of the skeletal system. Now the third thing which is helping in the skeletal system is the joints. You can have the look. There are the different joints. Joints are the points between the two bones which can help the two bones to move. On the basis of that, there are the different types of the joints, and joints are the points between the two bones which can help the bones to move. Like this is a joint in my finger which is helping my finger to move in the forward and backward direction. Okay, on the basis of the types of the joints, the immovable joint. The immovable joints are present here in the different, you can say, bones of the skull. These are fixed. We can also call them the fixed joints. Second one is the slightly movable joints. If we talk about the slightly movable joints, these joints are present between here we call it the vertebrae. Vertebrae are the discs that are present in the vertebral column. These joints are present between these discs, and it is able us to bend down. Basically, it is again it is slightly movable, and it is showing us to or it is allowing us to bend down. The third type of the joints are called movable joints. Whenever we talk about the movable joints, there are the two types of the joints on the basis of them. Some joints are like the hinges of the door. They are the one point which can shows the movement of the door backward and forward, backward and forward. Such joints are called the hinge joints. The other joints are known as ball and socket joint. The ball and the socket joints are in particularly present here in the shoulder girdle. They are present here in the pelvic girdle. Okay, and what is the, you can say, purpose of them? These ball and socket joints are showing the movement in all directions. So on the basis of that, there are the three types of the joints. Next to joints are the tendons and the ligaments. Now, tendons and the ligaments are the, you can say, thread-like structures that are made up of the band of the connective tissue, and main function of the tendons and ligaments is connecting the muscle portion to the bone. So we can say that in particularly tendons and ligaments are elastic. They are the tough elastic bands of the connective tissue which are making the connection of the muscle to the bone. So these are all the components of the skeletal system. Number one, it is, I can make a review for you people. Number one, it is a cartilage. Second, it's a bone. Then we have discussed about the different components of the bones. We know that a human adult is having the 206 bones. Among 206 bones, 80 bones are present in the axial skeleton, while the other 126 bones are present in the appendicular skeleton. And in particularly only 54 smaller bones are present in the two hands, and in the same way 54 bones are present in the feet. So this is all about the structure of the skeleton. And yes, what is the function of it? The function of the skeletal system is to give support, is to give protection to the inner vital organs, and it can help in the movement of the body. Okay students, stay safe and happy and healthy at home. Allah Hafiz.